Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Mac, and this channel is Porn Free Millennial. I created this channel to share my story and my experiences with porn. What I do is I do a podcast about bi-weekly. I write about 3 times a week on my Substack, and I'm working to put out more video content in the future through this YouTube channel to help you and help others if you are struggling with porn. What I found from my experience with porn in my life is it started very early on in my age. I knew there was something wrong with it, but I didn't quite know how to put my finger on it. And what it did was it festered and it grew into my life as this vice, as this almost solution to pain that I felt in my life, trauma, and even just feelings of boredom, just to fill time. Porn was always there. And I found that porn, and I'm going to keep using the word porn because I think it's good to say the name of what it is. I think porn for me was something that affected my sexual development. I think it affected my confidence. I think it affected my integrity as an individual. And a lot of that stuff led into my dating life early on. It led into just poor decision making overall in life. It led to bad habits. It also just led to, I think, qualities of myself that I never thought I would have, such as being a liar, such as someone that would gaslight somebody, misdirect somebody, somebody that would hide things instead of just living in integrity and stating, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. These are things that I have struggled with throughout my life. I would say that I've been on the road of recovery from porn for about 4 to 5 years now. And that's really when I started to look at porn as a problem in my life and look at actual ways to live a healthier life without porn in it. Now, with that being said, I did go through a divorce back in March of last year. So we're coming up on a year now. And that was really a catalyst for me in creating this YouTube channel, creating my podcast, creating my writing, is I wanted to go back and almost look at the relationship as an autopsy, lack of a better term, of, what went wrong, what are things that, if I could have went back in time and could have talked to myself, the younger me, like what would I have told myself, tips that I would have given myself, wisdom, so to speak, momentum that I could have picked up at an earlier age that would have helped me avoid and surpass all that hardship, all that heartbreak. Because it's not like it's a victimless act. It does affect you the most. You are the one that's observing it. You're the one that's taking action and watching it and making decisions. But it could also affect your partner severely. It can really affect your partner. It can also just affect your relationship with others overall. Me as a man, it definitely affected my relationship with women, I would say, definitely at an earlier age, moving into my 20s. And I'd say now that I'm on the other side where I have more of a recovery mindset, I would say being on the flip side of that and having a healthier view of sexuality and have a healthier view without the lens of porn has really helped me in just communicating with women and interacting with them in such a healthier way. So I say all that because I want to welcome you to the channel, and I want you to feel comfortable here, comfortable in sharing this message with others. The goal of this channel really is to grow the act of sharing and being vulnerable. I'm hoping that me and my story, me being vulnerable with you about my life and things that happen in my life, present day, past day, things that I'm looking forward to in the future, I'm hoping that can encourage you to either take the journey of recovery, of living a life without porn, and to start that, or to continue on with that journey. Maybe you're already on this journey, but you need someone else there by your side that is sharing in the battle with you. And I'm that guy. I'll be there with you. I'm on the journey of recovery, and I hope you can join with me. So I really wanted this video to be a welcome to you to this channel. I do have a podcast. Sorry, there's like a fuzzy floating around. I do have a podcast. It's called Porn Free Millennial. I'll put that in the video description. That's on Spotify and Apple. I'm 11 episodes deep. I'm starting to look to add in some interviews, which will be really exciting, where I can start to talk to other people about their experiences with porn, or maybe just their viewpoints on porn in society, maybe from their level of work, their expertise. So really excited about that. And I also write on Substack, so that's where I have a publication, and I started that in May of last year. Same thing with this YouTube channel and with my podcast. So I do have the Substack. So if you just do pornfreemillennial.substack.com, you can find my writings there. If you sign up and subscribe, it's free. You can get the articles directly emailed to you when I publish them. And typically on Mondays, I write a Momentum Monday. I just started that this Monday. They're very quick. It's like a 1-minute read. And it's really just there to pump you up, to build momentum for your week, to build momentum. Let's go. Wednesday is Wednesday Wisdom. That's typically like my longer write. Typically my articles, though, are anywhere normally from like 3 to 5 minute reads. They're not too long, but it's really, the Wednesday Wisdoms are really there to put a grain of wisdom out there that I might have learned from somebody, or from someone that I've read, or maybe I've watched a video of theirs, or maybe they're like an athlete or a president, somebody in history that really moved me. It's just sharing wisdom. I shared a quote the other day from Eleanor Roosevelt. I think what the topic was, porn thrives in the darkness. And the quote was, "Do not curse the darkness, but shine a candle." That's a rough paraphrase of that, but shine a candle in the darkness, do not curse it. So they're normally like quotes that I gather through history or through writing that just really move me, that I think, I can impart upon you that you would like as well. And I also, I think, wrote another one about the man in the arena, a great part of a great speech from Teddy Roosevelt, president. Love it. It's such a great quote. And what did that mean to me, and how can I share that with you? And then on Fridays, I like to do a porn-free tip for the weekend. I think statistically, it's Sunday nights is like the most active time for people to watch porn. And I think the weekends in general are. So people are normally up later. You're normally on TV, on your laptop, on your smartphone more. So that's why I like to do a porn-free tip for the weekend. It's just something to think about as you're going into the weekend of, hey, how can I live a porn-free weekend? And I don't know about you, but porn for me, when it did happen in certain cases, when I was in a relationship or even outside of it, it would like taint that weekend. It would taint that time. Maybe that special memory that I had, that really was a special memory, really was something that was meaningful in my life. And then I remember, oh yeah, I also looked at porn, and it completely just ruins that moment. So I think the less porn in our weekends, the better. The less porn in our lives, the better. So that's really why I created this channel. If you are in the journey with me, please like, subscribe, share. I'm building my audience, a little small right now, starting off the channel, but I'm going to keep posting the content because I'm really passionate about it. I'm really passionate about this because I think it's a very human issue to our core. And I think what's happening now in society with how commercialized the porn industry is, and how it's everywhere, it's ubiquitous, it's on our smartphones, it's on TV, it's every Netflix show now just has nudity scenes everywhere, and they're gratuitous. They don't even serve a purpose. We're living in a society now that's dehumanizing us. It's dehumanizing women and also men. It's dehumanizing what should be a sacred act between two people. And it's dehumanizing that. It's objectifying people, and it's commodifying this experience, and it's making this experience that we watch more and more defiled as you go, more and more tabooed as you go. You have to keep going down the rabbit hole. So I do think that this is a very important issue. I think that it's becoming more mainstream, thankfully. But I did want to share my experiences from a millennial's point of view, somebody that was born in the 90s, that still grew up with the dial-up internet, still grew up with, kind of having to work to obtain this stuff. So I think I have a good perspective on kind of the old school and the new school of this. But I mean, we live in a completely different world right now, and I'm very worried about the youth in our generation. I'm very worried about my generation. I'm very worried about all generations and how this is affecting relationships. Like I said, I was divorced, so I'm a part of the statistic, right? So I want to share this with you in this video to just let you know I'm in it. I'm in it with you. And I'm going to keep making content because I think it's incredibly important. It's the most important issue to me. It's really what I'm the most passionate about, is helping people. Helping you if you're single, helping you if you're married, helping you if you've been divorced, getting back on track. It's really about getting me to a place of health in our spiritual life, with our physical health, with our passions, and with our relationships. These are 4 very key aspects in recovery. And recovery from porn is not avoiding porn, it's moving towards something more in our lives. So I really hope the stories that I share, the experiences that I share, the tips, the motivation, the interviews that I do, the guests that I have on, I hope they bring value to your life. And I hope that you can pass this on to somebody that you care for, because I think this is really how we win this battle against porn, this foe that is just everywhere. If you look at, I think those statistics, I mean, I think porn is like the most watched. It's more watched than the NFL, the NBA, the soccer, everything put together is watched less than like Pornhub, which is just absolutely insane, just the amount of damage that's doing to relationships, to our health. And I think the main way that we win this is we win this through sharing our stories, being vulnerable with each other, being honest with each other, and treating each other with love and compassion, with brotherhood, with sisterhood, and being humans, being human beings, being humane. I think that's what it's about, because porn it's not natural. It's not humane. It's fake. It's junk food. And it's really killing, I think, some key aspects in what makes us human. And it's whittling it away, and all the industry cares about is making more money. They don't give a crap about you and your relationship. They just want you to keep watching. And how terrible is that? So I'm fired up about the issue, as you can tell. And I'll just close with this. This is a battle. And if you're watching this video, awesome. That's what it's all about, guys. And ladies, if you're watching as well, it's not about how many times, it's not about like, hey, I failed and I can't ever do this. It's about just getting back up on your feet. This is a tough battle. This is something that for a lot of our experiences, that people that struggle with it, this is something that started at an early age, that we were introduced to at an early age. So give yourself some grace as you're going through this. It's not going to be easy. It's not like you just snap your fingers, it's done. It's actually like a lifelong thing. I take things day by day. I'm always cautious and thinking about it, because I know if certain triggers happen and I blow through certain barriers that I put up for myself and habits in my life that are healthy, if I just stop doing those, I can easily just fall right back into this porn prison, as I like to call it, and get locked up in there, where all this momentum that I'm building my life, it comes to a standstill, and then my momentum is actually going backwards. It's either we're going north or we're going south. Typically, if you're staying in the same place, there might be a little bit of a slant in that road. You're either going to be maybe going a little bit, typically if there's a slant, if there's an uphill slant, you're not going to go anywhere. If there's a downhill slant and you're staying in the same spot, you're going to start rolling backwards. So the imperative is to move and move forward with your life. Because if you just are doing the same things over and over again, that's what we call insanity, right? That's going to drive you mad if you're just trying to do the same things over and over again, and porn is not leaving your life, right? And I've been there, done that, right? So that's why I'm sharing. So anyways, really appreciate you tuning in. And again, welcome to the channel if this is your first time. And I'll be uploading more content as we go. Like I said, I do have a podcast on Apple and Spotify. And I do write on Substack at Porn Free Millennial. So that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day, fantastic night whenever you're watching this. And keep fighting the good fight. See you later.